This past November, Democrats, including Ed Markey, Maura Healey, and Martha Coakley, got an overwhelming amount of votes from Somerville residents. However, an even larger number of those eligible, including people 18 to 29, didn't cast their vote. Although voter turnout in general took a hit from 2012 with just about half participation, the lack of youth vote poses a potential threat for candidates of the future. Shay Hammond, who lives in Davis Square, explains why he thinks the youth vote is suffering.
I think it's like a mixed bag. I think some are really into it, but I think for the most part, most people I know around my age are kind of like indifferent. I think most people my age don't think it really makes a difference. Our voice doesn't really matter as much as the older generations like our parents' age.
Other residents have expressed different reasons for not being able to vote, and one of the most common responses was that they simply don't have time to vote. Over the last half-century, work schedules have become more increasingly time-consuming, and coincidentally, turnout numbers at the polls have been decreasing. Kyla Nieder, a Somerville resident, says what she thinks employers should do to fix this.
I know a lot of people don't vote because just working schedules, a lot of these elections are on during the weekdays and people work different hours, so it is hard for the majority to vote. So maybe, on election days, it's probably impossible, but, businesses give employees more of a break to go out and vote or find a place to vote.
The facts will show that there is something different going on in the lives of these people. Less and less are showing care or responsibility for their civic right to vote. Paolo Fulcinetti, a Somerville resident, says his generation was brought up more skeptical than others and grew to not want involvement with unpopular candidates.
Sometimes in the back of my head I didn't really care for both of them, but I'm kind of glad. I guess it's just the lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. Some people have one person, the other likes the other, and some just don't really care.
With 18 to 29-year-olds making up 32% of Somerville's population and a declining turnout at the polls, it's going to be hard for future candidates to pull in the youth and gain popularity without having some way to relate. But if the Obama administration was able to do it, then we shouldn't sweat just yet. For the Carol Simpson Report, I'm Anthony Mastracci.